last week together, this was quite a journey, and I'm pretty sure that you will now have a much better understanding and clarity on where you are, where you're standing in your business, and what steps you should take on moving forward. Now, let's talk about branding. Step 1. What are branding guidelines? The brand guidelines are essentially an instruction manual on a rules book on how to communicate your brand to others. They lay out all the visual details as well as important notes about the company's voice, tone, and messaging. They come in the form of a physical or a digital booklet filled with examples of what you do and what not to do. Okay, so how do you want to present yourself to your ideal clients out there? Now, the brand identity guidelines include 5 different things. So, the logos, the colors palette, typography, images, and voice and tone. Okay, the logos can be a full logo or a secondary logo icon. Or the colors, you can have a primary, a secondary color, or some neutral ones as well. Or typography, font style, size, or any signature, anything that you want to identify yourself with. Images, so like photos, illustration, artworks, or picture of yourself. Voice and tone is how the brand use languages and emotions. Okay, now here a little chart of how to brand. Now, step 2. What are your brand guidelines? Do you have any guidelines yourself for your brand? How did you decide on creation of your logo? Why did you pick certain colors and so on? So let's see what have you done and how did you decide regarding the logo, the colors, the typography, images, and voice or tone you have used until now, or you want to identify yourself moving forward. Now, how are you presenting your business online? Have you got a website? On which digital media platform are you operating most? Step 3. In case you do have a brand in place and you kept using it and so on, and you already had a thought or designed the 5 different areas related to branding, now it's time to rebrand and see if that's an option that you could use in the future. So, rebranding, what does that mean? Rebranding is the reshaping, remodeling, and recreating of your business trademark and brand identity. It involves more than making a few changes to your established brand. You are basically restructuring your powerhouse and developing a new, improved strategy that will enrich your business and create a closer bond between you and your ideal clients. It's all about putting yourself in your audience's shoes, thinking how they think and acting how they act in line with the brand equity. Show them how their life will benefit through the voice of your brand. Now, is how it goes step by step. So, clarify your brand's message and ethos. Identify your audience and clientele. Make the service you offer clear. Reach them and engage with your audience. Now, this is a little difference on how Apple started in 1976. So what was their design? What had happened in 1977, 1998, 2001, and 2007. And as you know, nowadays it's completely different. Step number 4. Clarify your brand message and ethos. How do you do that? So I give you based on the rebranding. Okay, so the 4 different parts you should be rebranding. I gave you first off an explanation and a suggestion. As well, I left you a space on thinking about your brand, on join down any notes or how do you want to brand your own business. So, clarify your brand message and ethos. To begin with, you will need to research and brainstorm who you are as a brand and how do you want that to translate to your customers. Ask yourself, what is your business? What does it do and not do? Who is your target audience? What will you do to change their life? How will you do it, and be specific. So describe it in here. Now, when you know how your customer thinks, you know exactly how to attract them by building your brand around the qualities they are looking for. 2. Identify your audience and clientele. There may be times when you get calls and emails from potential clients who are looking for something that just you don't offer. So therefore, it is vital to classify your audience. Who do you want to work with? How will your target audience benefit? How can you differentiate who you work with? Okay, so describe it in here. Being clear on what you do and how you do it will separate the wet from the chaff, drawing the right kind of clients to your business and brand to work with you. 3. Make the services you offer clear. Okay, along with plainly outlining who your audience is, you will need to make your service distinct. This can be done by creating packages for each product or service you provide, breaking down exactly what it is you do, and use short phrases and relevant branded imagery. How do you feel about the packages? How are they easy to understand from and for the end clients to take action? Okay, so you can describe it in here. When your services are accurately conveyed, your existing and potential clients will feel at ease and comfortable with you and will more than likely spread the word. That can be a big win. Last one, reach the engage with your audience. There's nothing worse than losing the interest of a potential client just because you presented yourself poorly. How do you present yourself to your audience? Do you message them directly, and why? Now, this way, you can create an image that represents you and stages your talents in a way where your audience is in tune with your voice and your values. Okay. Last page, where you can actually join down any quotes, any notes, anything you want to remember for the future, or in case you don't have space to finalize the replies on the 4 steps we just concluded. And a little quote, like we're closing our presentations, is: a brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. Make your brand outstanding. You are unique. See you in the next presentation.